Hello traders and welcome back to ChrisFX. Today I will show you how to easily trade Bitcoin in 2023. Let's roll the intro. And I'm saying 2023 because in 2023 we are gonna have the most chances in my opinion. As some of us had predicted, Bitcoin price would fall. When everybody was buying, I was telling everyone that you should sell, not buy Bitcoin US dollar. And there is a very simple reason for that. Of course, not everybody understands the concepts we are talking about, the institutional concepts that we are going through in this channel, but I know that you, at least most of the viewers, are well aware of the concept of imbalances, where price needs to come back and fulfill those places. And I had identified, to be precise, many imbalances on Bitcoin US dollar. One of those imbalances, and what is an imbalance? It is a point of price, let's say, which, for example, you see between this week and this week, we have only bullish pressure. In other words, it is an untested area. You can think about it like that. So here we can see there was extreme bullish pressure, and the bearish candlestick came and tested only until this area right here. Okay, did not fulfill this gap over here between this week and between this week. There is a gap. This is the imbalance. So we have an imbalance that we have identified on the daily time frame, and it is between those levels, 5,500, 5,649, let's say. And then where do we see even more gaps? We see it right here. We have an imbalance right here because the wick of this candlestick did not come back to test the whole area. Okay, so we have many buyers without having the same amount of sellers, let's say. We did identify even more imbalances. If you go back over here, we had imbalance right here. Okay. All of this is imbalance. Let's go down here. More imbalances right here. One such imbalance is right here. You see the gap between this week and this week. This candlestick is not fulfilled. There is an imbalance. Another imbalance is right here. Okay, more imbalances down here, small imbalances that have to be fulfilled. Over here we see more imbalances. Right here, small imbalance. Also, this is a large one, and of course we have this one over here at the lows. Okay, so all of those points are points of imbalance that we see down here. What did we see? Some of those imbalances were already covered, as for example this one right here, or the one below it, with this current price action right here. Now that we know that, and we speculate, I still speculate that price is gonna retrace very low. It's gonna come at least to this imbalance in my opinion, and I'm gonna highlight it. It's this one, I think, right here. It's this one. Let's go a little bit back to see which one I had highlighted. Yep, it's this one right here, exactly. So at least this one, which is a large imbalance, it has to be fulfilled. Okay, and of course we have the other imbalance that we talked about down here. Many people still think, many traders, that Bitcoin is gonna go up. They don't have any kind of analysis behind what they're saying. It's just whatever they tell them in the news. For example, if some well-known person comes and announces something, they immediately think that, okay, now it's gone down so much, now it's gonna go up again. And here is the tricky part. What are the possible scenarios and how can we easily trade Bitcoin in 2023? Of course, we might have opportunities from this year. What we have in every single occasion is past price action. Do not forget that. Okay, Here we had this period, let's say, of distribution, and then we have this break of structure towards the downside. And I'm gonna delete this line as well. When I'm referring to past price action, I'm talking about price action patterns. For example, you see this pattern right here resembles this pattern right here a lot. And what else do we see? We have to analyze price action in these occasions. I'm gonna just delete those lines. That instead of price coming and retesting major, let's say, order blocks, such as this one right here, or another order block which is responsible for a major break of structure, let's say, it came and retested this kind of minor order block. This right here, this white candlestick that you see right here. Actually, it's this red candlestick. Okay, this whole area. Of course, this is responsible for the break of this structure, but we could have never speculated that price was gonna retrace from here. Again, as you can see it retraced from here. So what we can do in this occasion, we can scale down to the 4-hour time frame to be a little bit more precise. So here you see that this small insignificant area, of course this would be a way more significant area for price to retrace from, but you see that it retraced right from this area over here. Okay, now that we see how Bitcoin plays out in general, we have an idea about the price action. What do? We just build up the different scenarios. Currently, I'm gonna go back to the daily time frame. Everything is gonna make sense to you right now. We have a bias, according to my analysis and my belief, of course, that Bitcoin is gonna retrace until here or even until this point, 5,490 or something. And then it's gonna bounce, probably make new highs, and who knows what's gonna happen. Okay, I'm not a prophet, I'm just a trader. Now that we have identified past price action, now we know that until price reaches those points down here that I talked about, those imbalances, we can sell Bitcoin US dollar. Okay, here what I have highlighted are potential areas of interest. Now I scale down to the 4-hour time frame. Just we compare this area, we can easily compare it with this area right here. This area right here is more comparable to this area right here, if you see it, but price might retrace from a smaller, let's say, kind of order block, a more insignificant area, such as this one. We will keep the whole area highlighted. We have to analyze the different scenarios now. We know that price is gonna go down to at least the 5,490. We expect that, we don't know that. That's a wrong thing to say. So now we can speculate as to where we are gonna be taking our sales from. So what are the different scenarios? Let me go back to the daily time frame so we have an overview over here. The different scenarios are, for example, let's speculate. Price is gonna retrace to one of these order blocks, of these bullish order blocks, and then it's gonna go, either retest this one and go, or do that and go straight to the down imbalance, the imbalance that we have right here. Let me magnify this thing. There we go. And then bounce from there. This is another scenario. We have more scenarios playing out though. One of these scenarios is that we come back to one of these areas, this area, let's say. People start buying massively again. They said, that's it, now Bitcoin is increasing again. Then Bitcoin is doing that, they're disappointed, but more people buying. Price is reaching this order block right here. People are extremely happy now, and boom, we're gone. Okay, this is a very possible scenario. Then we can see a bounce again from here. People might be happy once again. They will massively buy because this is what they are taught to do. And then we are gonna retrace down to this imbalance and retest those order blocks right here. So, personally, what I am gonna do do whatever you wanna do. I will be looking for trades either in these minor areas right here. Okay, I didn't discuss about that, but these minor areas, you see how price retraced from a very minor area right here. So this is what I'm gonna be expecting as well. I'm gonna be expecting potential retracements from this area that you see between those prices, 23,200, 23,600. Okay, this is one potential point of interest. Second potential point of interest, even though I don't think Bitcoin is gonna be playing so clear, so around this area. Second area is all this whole area right here for retracement, and this whole area right here. Okay, how am I gonna enter my trades? I'm gonna be identifying order blocks, small order blocks on lower time frames, but not very low time frames. For example, one order just for Bitcoin would go here for me on this small candlestick, because we have seen it's not being a typical pair, for example, as we know in forex trading with euro US dollar or whatever. So we are going for massive profits. I'm going for massive profits. One order is going right here. Risk to reward, targeting the imbalances down here. 38 to 1, probably 44 to 1. Second order right here. First target 30 to 1, second target 33 to 1. Other potential areas, I'm gonna break it down in small orders, is this one right here within the same area. Okay, I'm not gonna overanalyze it. Potential sell from this one, this small order block. Okay, which is, by the way, we have more imbalances, guys. We talked about the imbalances. We have imbalances on this side now that have to be fulfilled, and those order blocks stand above the imbalances. So for sells, I will pick up all of these areas and place individual sells, and there is one more sell up here, okay, that I'm gonna be taking if price goes there. Now the interesting part, the most interesting part is how to trade Bitcoin in 2023, because if we consider, for example, that all of this price action happened within a year, 366 days, let's say, is from here until here, it's very possible that within 2023 we will go down here and retest this old imbalance. I speculate if it goes straight down within 200 days, otherwise we might do some stupid stuff like that, okay, and we might go to 2024. Now, the thing is, what you have been expecting from this video, the most important thing. Happy break. Before we continue, go ahead and like my video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn the notifications bell on. You don't want to be missing any of the videos that I'm posting here on ChrisFX. How am I gonna enter in 2023? Isn't this more important? And I will explain why it is more important. Yes, let's go to the one imbalance that is the farthest below. Okay, this one right here, the last identifiable imbalance with the gray line. Below it, with the two yellow lines, I have just highlighted two different order blocks. And in order to highlight those order blocks, I went down to the 4-hour time frame. Okay, let's see. There you go. I went down to the 4-hour time frame, and below this imbalance with the gray line, they stand, those two order blocks stand below this imbalance. Of course, there is a chance that price might also come and test this order block right here, and even this one, which is untested, this part right here, but I think it's gonna come back filling the imbalance here. Everything is covered, as you can see right here. Okay, for example, if we would have an imbalance between those candlesticks, to make it clear for people who are unaware about imbalance, between the red wick that you see right here and this week that you see right here, what did we see? It got covered, price came back, retested it with this wick and left. So everything is tested right here. So I will be placing pending orders if and when price makes it back to these order blocks. Look at that, are you ready? 503 to 1, 405 to 1. What does this mean, guys? Personally, what I do, don't do it. Do whatever you wanna do. I'm just sharing what I am gonna do. I just want to share my journey. Nothing more. It's not financial advice. Do not do what I'm doing right here. You might lose significant amount of money. Don't do it. Okay, what I am doing, just my experience, my adventure, let's say, I will be placing buy limit orders down here. And I will be targeting those highs. Of course, I might close partials if price makes it to these areas again. The good thing is if and when price makes it back to these areas, I will be going for a 409 to 1. So I put 1,000, I make 400,000, and I will be going for 503 to 1. I put 1,000, I make 500,000. Now, another thing that we have to talk about, I will also be placing pending order right here. This small order block, do you see it on the daily time frame? Actually, I just identify them on the 4-hour time frame. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah. So this area is gonna get another order, and I'm gonna be using this area as well. This whole area actually for a pending order. So these are also gonna be pending orders. I'm just making it very easy for everyone. Of course, I have other ways to be more sure if price is gonna retrace from these points. I have other ways. For example, I'm gonna be scaling down to lower time frames. Of course, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. You cannot predict anything, but probably I can be a little bit more sure and I can prevent some losses. This is what I mean. Losses are gonna come within this journey. Okay, it's impossible for me and everybody else that might say that I'm gonna go in and win. That's absolutely impossible. The only thing that was possible was the guys who bought it early, okay, very early, because still here we are gonna buy at 5,000. Those people, those ladies, those gentlemen, or whatever they are, they made a lot of money. This was the only possibility. Now I'm gonna have losses in this journey, okay? And of course the win is not guaranteed. This is just the analysis. If this happens, it happens, okay? So let's say that I put whatever, I'm just messing around now, €1 here, €1 here, 1 here and 1 here. If one of all of those makes it, I'm -4, and from this I'm plus 409. This is the way we look at trading. And to be totally precise, within this whole journey, more things are gonna come, more pending orders. We might win just a 5 to 1 here, lose 5 trades, let's say, until the very large one comes. And this is the only way to easily trade Bitcoin in 2023. Now I have shown you my areas, my points of interest, how I'm gonna trade again. It's not advice on what you should do. I'm just recording my journey, that's all. Okay, so this was the video on how to easily trade Bitcoin in 2023. This is gonna do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.